Hello, fabulous friends, fans, and superstars. Welcome to Synchronicity Web TV. I am your host, Nadiya Shah, and this is your moment of synchronicity. Well, I'm so excited to celebrate with you today, Humaira. Now, there's more than one reason I want to celebrate her. So, one reason is she is coming to Synchronicity University as part of the September 2025 speaker series. As this is publishing, you have a little time left to choose your tuition rate, as low as just $5 a class. But the real reason I want to celebrate her is Humaira is my aunt. Yes, she's my mom's sister. And I don't call her auntie. I call her Humaira. I think I always called her Humaira because she's like a younger sister and I'm like the oldest grandchild or niece or whatever the case is. So I just always called her Humaira. And I love her and she's amazing. And she's going to be teaching about numerology and she's going to be talking about that here with us today as well. Humaira, welcome. Thank you for being here.
Hey, Nadiya, thank you for having me.
Okay, we were laughing about that before we started because nobody in my family calls me Nadiya, like really nobody. Nadiya is like my legal name, but my family calls me, what do you call me?
I call you Mona, darling.
Yes, that's exactly it. She calls me Mona, darling. Yeah. But Mona is like what the family calls me. So call me whatever you want, Humaira. Don't worry. Just don't worry. Because every time you say Nadiya, it's like you stop. And then you go, of course, Nadiya. Yeah, like, yeah. We know each other very well. She's known me all my life. And so, Humaira, I'm so happy that you're coming to my school because I love you and I think that you're so brilliant.
Oh, thank you, Mona. I love you. I think you're brilliant. And I look up to you like I've been watching your videos and get inspired every time. So it's an honor to be with Synchronicity. So thank you so much for having.
Okay. So yeah, because you've been watching like from the very beginning, I think since my channel launched and my mom spammed everybody, right? She was constantly spamming. Back then, it was like email forwards. So I'm sure you guys got links all the time. And then it was WhatsApp. And oh boy, do you guys love WhatsApp? I will say that. You love WhatsApp, you share the link. So thank you. And thank you for watching and all of that good stuff. So tell me, because your class is called Numerology Magic, why are numbers magic?
Numbers have incredible impact on us. I didn't realize that until I learned myself numerology that how much every number we have on our birth impact us and how they impact us and how they can actually change our life. What numbers we need for what, like all these things really was mind blowing to me when I started studying this. So that's how I got interested in numerology.
So let me tell you this. When we started, right when we started and I pressed record, the time was 11:11. That was the time when we pressed record. What do you take from that? What significance does that have to you?
Now, 11, 11. Like the more, one thing is when we have one in our birth chart or somehow, it's a number of success. So,
Mhm.
what I'll teach is you learn that having excess of numbers, how they impact our life in a good way or not so good way, if we need to lessen their energy or have more. But one is a kind of number that you can have as many as you need or have automatically or naturally or you're blessed with. It's always a number of success. So
Wow.
number ones are just gives success. So when we look at the somebody chart, if somebody has more fives, it just that it makes them a little lazy if they have more fives. So we do something to lessen the impact of five because we know. But when someone has ones in their birth chart, we say, hey, you will be success. You will get success. So yeah, it's a success number one when you look at it. But I know the different kind of different, like in uh, numerology, it means different, and astrology is different. And if you have any other kind of education in spiritual energies, they're all different. But this is what that means in numerology.
So let's go through some numbers if that's okay, because I would love for people to see, like, apply this right away. So I'm wondering if we can just use like maybe one or two sentences per number. And maybe people can do like this. What do you think? Should we add our month and day of birth, or should it just be the day of birth? What do you think? What
Just the,
number would you like?
just the day of birth is very important. It actually represents your personality.
Wow. Okay. So, because I know mine is 9, but we'll get to 9 later. Let's start with 1. If somebody was born on the 1st or the 10th, that's 1, right? So the 1st
Exactly.
or the 10th of any month, what does that tell us about their personality?
One is in numerology is a number of sun. So, and a father figure. So anybody who has number one, they are like father figure, they are sun, bright like sun, and they have qualities. They look after their family and they're kind of their leaders. So that represent one.
Okay. 2 would be if you're born on the 2nd or the 11th or the 20th, right?
And
Those are 2. What
yeah.
is that?
So two represents mother or water or moon. So it's motherly figure, a woman or anybody who has number two in their birth chart as a number they were born with, then they will be like a mother nature. They look after their family. Naturally, it comes to them. They're cool because the moon gives, they're like opposite effects. So one is like hot and two is cool effect. So that's motherly. They look after their homes, little like home decorations, things like that. So it's a number that represent moon and mother.
And you know what's so interesting is that this is like regardless of your gender identity, right? Like lots of men are very caring, lots of women are very like leadership motivated. So it's just really about the personality, and it's just one layer that you're talking about here. Because I know that there's so many different numbers that come up with your name, with your full date of birth, and so on. But right now we're just looking at the day of the month that you were born. So, number 3 is if you were born on the 3rd, on the what, 12, if you
Yeah,
were born on the 21,
yeah,
that's or 30th, that's 3. Okay.
exactly. So that number is called the knowledge, the planet of knowledge, and it's also called Jupiter. So these people they like to provide knowledge to others. So if somebody born on these dates, they like to uh, give knowledge to other people. They like to transfer their education, what they have, for others to know about that. So it's a planet of knowledge giver.
Wow. Yeah, like a teacher almost, right? Like passing on that
Exactly.
knowledge. Yeah.
Exactly.
And so, number 4, if you were born on the 4th, on the 13th, on the 22nd, what else? 31st. Is there any other 4? Yeah, I think those are the 4s, right? What would you say?
Yeah. So that is planet of Rahu, and that is a slow moving planet. And these people with the number four is also called shadow, planet of shadow. So they usually what they like is they like to get involved in uh, with law. So you'll see them working with either something to do with law firm or something to do with courts, or they may just like watching the crime shows. So yeah, so that's the number four. That's what special about number four.
Oh, they're watching a lot of Law and Order,
Yeah,
right? Yeah. The good thing is Law and Order is on all the time, everywhere, no matter where you go in the world. If you turn on a TV, you're going to
That's
see Law and Order. So they will find satisfaction.
yes, yes, somehow, or
So,
someone may have like uh their favorite weapons, like uh sword or something, or they have some kind of connection with either in police department, something to do with law.
wow, amazing. And
Yeah,
now, five, if you were born on the 5th, on the 14th, on the 23rd,
yeah.
that's the five. So what would come about there?
Five is a very special number in numerology. It's the number of the stomach. It means you need that number to balance. And it's also represent Mercury. So it's people with this number, they're balanced, they're well balanced. Of course, you have to look at other things in the chart, but having five is a good thing. It's a number of balance.
And the thing is, when you say the chart, you mean like you can literally go into numerology charts, is what you're talking about.
Yes,
And so, yeah, they're all different numbers that show up. We look at numbers with, like I said earlier, with your name, with your whole birth date, with your life path, and so many other ways. So the five is quite powerful, you're saying. It's important.
so if
It's
some
mercurial.
right. So if someone doesn't have five in their birth chart, so what we do is we try to give them the impact by crystals, using crystals or other blessings that they can use so they can have the power or impact of five. So that's why a lot of people, when they come sometimes, they don't know the things why it's happening to them. And when we look at the chart, there's maybe they're just like a couple of them are missing. So we can actually let them know to look at the chart. This is the number you actually need to balance that. So they can wear crystals or do other remedies, and which I really love doing it. Like my specialty is healing and remedies. So yeah,
Yeah.
number five is important as to balance everyone.
And you need all the numbers to live a full life, is what you're
Yeah.
saying. Yeah. And so
Actually,
yeah, go ahead.
uh, some numbers are missing. That doesn't matter. Like it's really not important to have all the numbers, but it's important to have few numbers in the chart, depending on your birth chart. And that's
Okay.
the neurologist looks at it, that what numbers is missing, what impacting you negatively.
Yeah. And so it's about understanding where you feel you need to change the energy towards something more positive and what numbers are going to help bring that. And then aligning with those numbers by making some other changes, whether it's stones, whether it's spelling your name a little bit differently or something like that along those
Exactly.
lines. Yeah. Wow. Okay, number six. So that's the sixth. That is the, oh gosh, now I'm really doing math. That is the 15th.
Yeah.
That is the 24th, right? Yeah, those are the six.
Yeah. So six is a planet of Venus, luxury. These people, they like luxury things, luxurious items in the home with them. And one thing about number six, Mona, is these people, they are all about their families. And whatever they need or their family needs, they will find the resources to do it. So this number is all about their family. And I've seen the people with number six there, if they have children, they are well educated because that's how they are. They're living, dying. They say, like, it's all about my family.
Yeah. And it's so lush, like Venus, I think about the myth, and Venus just enjoys her life. And so that's part of how they enjoy is with their families.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's very important to them.
So number seven. So you were born on the 7th, the 16th, or the 25th.
Yes. So 20, I was born on 25th. So that's number seven, and that represents Ketu, which means it's a planet of wisdom.
Mhm.
And it's a planet of balance and wisdom. So it just represents knowledge. And it's also a number that has no enemies, actually. So I feel very blessed. But as we say, all numbers are blessed. So, but number 7 is balanced and it doesn't have any enemies. So there you go. Whoever listening, watching, if you're number 7, you have no
No
enemy.
enemies. So you might
No,
as well just relax, right?
yeah,
You might as well stop thinking the world is after you because it isn't. You have
exactly.
no enemies. Yeah. Okay. Number 8 is the 8th, the 17th, and the 26th of the month.
So these people with number 8 is represents Saturn. And Saturn is a very karmic number. It's it attracts, it says that number 8 attracts money. So it gives you money, it attracts money, and it also called it's the magnet of money. So if you're number 8, you will somehow find success, maybe struggles too, but in the end you do find success and you do get money.
Now, are you the one who told my mom to put an 8, write an 8 on her hand? Because she does that sometimes. She writes with a pen a number 8 on her
Oh,
hand because she thinks it's going to bring money. So I don't know, maybe you were the one who told her to do that.
well, that's another whole new subject which
Wow.
I talk about.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. Well, we write like I have number 5, and this is called angel number, and this is calculated in a different way. So we calculate that number, we find that, and 5 is no matter how many angel, I mean, in your birth chart, it doesn't matter how many numbers you have and how you have, having that added angel number always supports you. So it's kind of extra protection for you. So I always have my angel number. The first thing I do when I wake up in the morning, I wake up, I write down my angel number, and I start that way in green. So I will teach you how to calculate that angel number and to get yourself an extra protection.
Yeah. But let me ask you, I was curious about this. You told me to wear citrine. Now, I do have a citrine bracelet, but I don't normally like to wear it for some reason. So, why did you suggest a citrine for me?
It depends on your birth chart. So what I
Okay.
looked at that time, maybe you had that number missing. I don't have your birth chart now, but the reason that I would recommend someone to wear uh, any kind of crystal, because I see something in a birth chart. It could be
Mm.
that they have that number missing, and or it could be that that's their number, like their, if let's say for example, I this is my number 8 year. So that is to get the blessing, truly blessing, and protect myself for everything. I wear amethyst. Amethyst represent number 8. So as soon as this year started, I wore my amethyst to give me that extra protection if there is I need it. So that's what I do. So probably told you about wearing yellow citron for some reason. So
Well, I
that's how I
started
took.
a number 1 year. This is a number 1 year for me. So maybe that's it because it's like the sun and it's citrine. That might be the connection. Yeah.
It could be one is also new beginnings. If you
Yeah.
start something new, number 1 is the year. So, wow, you have number 1. You're number 1. So,
Ah, we're number 1. Yes, we are. Okay, finally, number 9. So this is 9, 18, or 27.
so yes, and that actually represent planet Mars, and that numbers is represent humanity. So if you see birth chart of Mother Teresa or other humanitarian, you will see number 9 in their birth chart. So that's why we say the people who were born in 19th century, like 1995, 1999, they were they had humanitarian features in it. So you must have done that. And then the millennium started, 2000. So a lot of new generation don't have nines because they were in twos. So we need to give them the blessing of number nine. So how they will get that nine and get more into, not about all about myself, but also about giving. So number nine is about giving. So I hear a lot of people saying in that century, people who were born, oh, I looked after my parents. Now I'm looking after my kids. It's like I'm just born to be giving. So that's the reason our generation is to
Yeah.
give. We have that 19 something in our birth chart. So yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Well, that's so interesting. I love talking to you. What else? What else should we talk about? Is there anything else you want to talk about, Humaira?
Why, it's a vast subject, but it's very easy to learn. It's nothing to do about mathematics. I was never good in mathematics. So I thought, well, how I'm going to learn that if I wasn't good in math? But it's such simple, just adding. If you can add and subtract, you can learn numerology. It's very easy and it's a lot of fun. And you get excited right away. You want to know, like, who's this my family has these numbers and all these kind, like you really get into it right from the beginning.
Amazing. So I'll just let you guys know that my aunt is on Instagram and TikTok, and I will put those links below. And yeah, it sounds fun. I'm super excited, and I love you so much. And I have been blessed by your brilliance and the advice that you give and all that good stuff. So I'm so, so, so excited that you're coming to the school. I know your class is going to be like super practical. People will be able to get in there right away and start calculating numbers and understand what it means. So it's super exciting to look forward to.
Yes, very first class, you will be amazed how they impact us. We're going to get into it right from the beginning.
Right out of the gate. Here you go. Do it. And we do it.
Yes.
And you learn. It's
Mm.
so exciting. Well, Humaira, I love you so much. And once again, everybody, Humaira is coming to Synchronicity University as part of the September 2025 speaker series. As this interview is publishing, you've got a little time left to choose your tuition rate, as low as just $5 a class, to learn about numbers and how numbers are all around you and how numbers will just change your life. You being aware of them, they're already there, but you being aware of them and working with them, it is magical. And really, Humaira is the perfect person to teach this. Humaira, I love you so much.
I love you, Mona. I love you so much. Thank you for everything.
And thank you, everybody out there, for watching. Until we connect again, take care. Bye.
Bye.